Hey CTK family, this is the first of a number of videos that I will and we will be posting online to keep in touch, to be present, and as I was praying through how to even start, like what do I even say, really the first thing I want to say is I miss you and I love you. I love you. And my heart hurts and my heart breaks over so many things surrounding this. It's so many people that I've talked to just feel disoriented and overwhelmed, and for me as well too, like, Lord, how do I be a priest? How am I a pastor in the midst of this situation? And my heart goes out to so many people who have been affected physically, their families, for the medical personnel, for people whose jobs have been affected or lost, our childcare and school, and being the pastor here at Christ the King on LSU's campus, my heart is particularly around the students, the faculty, the staff, the student athletes, the seniors who have design projects, or internships, and all the different things that it's just nobody is prepared for this. Nobody is thinking that this is even a possibility that's going to happen. And so we're kind of in the middle of this tornado, and trying to kind of gain our perspective and see what it is, and where is the Lord in the midst of all of this, right? To get our feet down on the ground. And so I just want to invite you to pray with Jesus on the cross. That Jesus on the cross teaches us how to pray. He moves with, my God, why have you abandoned me? Like, the Lord was not abandoned. He was not abandoned by the Father. The Spirit never left him. But in his human mind and human heart felt that way, and he was not afraid to in his human mind, human heart, like, pray this cry, this raw prayer of the heart. And we need to be able to approach the Lord that way. And all of our questions, our fears, the concerns, the anger, the worries, whatever it is, to like approach the Lord honestly, as Jesus taught us on the cross. Father, my God, why have you abandoned me? And so we shouldn't run away from how we're feeling or run away from any of those things, but bring them right to the Lord and not be afraid, to imitate Christ on the cross in that way. And as we're moving through these things, also to as best we can, like, step back from those particular emotions, and then to make an act of faith. That act of faith, like Christ on the cross. Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. Emotionally, the Lord still in that same place, but making an act of faith because he knows the truth of who the Father is, despite his being crucified, despite the enemy lying to him, despite the enemy coming saying, you see, God is not a loving Father, but Jesus knows the truth. And he surrenders himself in the midst of the cross to the Father. Total surrender. Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. And this is this movement of prayer for us in the midst of the time of beginning with Christ. My God, why have you abandoned me? And then this movement to, Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. And this is actually Psalm 22. My God, why have you abandoned me? Is the beginning of Psalm 22. And it's this movement of raw prayer, statement of faith, raw prayer, statement of faith. And then Psalm 23 is next. The Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing that I shall want. Even though I pass through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are at my side with your rod and your staff that give me comfort. So wherever we are in the midst of all of this, like, just invite us, like, pray Psalm 22 and Psalm 23, just moving with Jesus on the cross. And if you're stuck on Psalm 22 for a while, that's okay. And just ask the Holy Spirit to help us come and to move us, right? To move into our hearts, Psalm 23, this surrendering into the heart of the Father. Just wanted to let you guys know that I am praying for you. I'm praying for you. Our whole staff is praying for you. We are working on different ways to continue to communicate, different means to be available and to minister through Zoom, through these videos on Instagram or Facebook and our website, to pump out resources for you guys, to try to do some spiritual things, to try to do some fun things as well too, knowing needed just some of that reality in our life as well. And and know that I'm celebrating Mass every day, and I'm bringing you to the altar with me. Yesterday at Mass, I had the gift of being able to celebrate Mass at 6 p.m. after the 4:30 declaration that we wouldn't have public Masses anymore. And I was moved to tears. My heart hurts. And part of it because I know how much it hurts the bishop's heart to have to make that. Like, one of the first meetings I was in with him, the first week he's here, it's like every priest should be celebrating Mass every day. And every day he's in the parish, he should be celebrating Mass for the people, with the people, and being present and hearing more confessions. And I'm like, yeah, I love this man. So I know it breaks his heart. But there are different avenues to watch the Mass live, to listen to the Mass. We'll be posting some of our stuff, giving you some resources. We'll have, like I said, different reflections and different things that are going to be coming up throughout that we're going to be posting to try to stay connected, to stay fed, to stay with you. But no, every single day at the altar, I bring you with me in celebrating the Holy Eucharist and making a spiritual communion in your own hearts. Like, the longing and the hunger for the Eucharist, may it grow in all of us. And pray that your hunger and longing for the Eucharist, as you miss him, may your hunger for him deepen. May all of us appreciate the Eucharist all the more. And may that hunger, offer that hunger up for someone who's been a long time since they've been to Mass, been a long time since they've been to the sacraments, or maybe someone who's never been. That they would come back or come for the first time to experience the fullness of the most holy Eucharist when that door is open again for us. So I'm praying for you. I miss you. I love you. Please pray for me, and we will be in touch in the most prudent and best ways that we can. God bless.